Merging science and fiction has always been a popular combination, whether it is in movies, TVs or books. It is fair to say that gaming is no different. This incredibly popular genre has been a staple of the gaming world right from its beginnings. I believe that the hardest part of making a good science fiction game is making a detailed world with loads of interesting lore which helps you get immersed in the story. With that in mind, I'm Dan from Digital Pinnacle, and today I'm bringing you our top 5 favourite science fiction worlds in gaming. Without further delay, let's get started. Kicking off this list at number 5, we have Deep Space as seen in the Dead Space series. As creator of the series, Glenn Schofield stated, "The series was created with one thing in mind, to make the most terrifying game world possible. Most would argue that they have succeeded. Two things that have always gone hand in hand have been science fiction and horror. It is so easy to make a player or a viewer feel incredibly alone and helpless, where the only thing that surrounds them is thousands of miles of empty space." The first Dead Space game takes place on the USG Ishimura. As you travel around this dark and bleak environment, you encounter some of the most foul creatures gamers have ever had to face, the Necromorphs, which are essentially twisted versions of zombies that have been accidentally created through the reanimation of dead flesh. The reason the world of Dead Space is such a fantastic science fiction world is simply down to the level of terror this game can incite in its players. Next on the list, at number 4, it's Pandora and Elpis as seen in the Borderlands series. Many would argue that any setting of a Borderlands game will be better placed in our list of dystopian worlds in gaming rather than science fiction. In many respects they would be quite right. Let's face it, almost every single inhabitant of Pandora or its moon is absolutely insane. But it is this fact that makes the Borderlands setting such a great science fiction world. Due to the art style and the kind of writing, every single science fiction norm that we have come to expect has been turned on its head in one way or another. Why reload your gun when you can throw it at an enemy's head and watch it explode? Why have a standard shield when you can have one that makes a loud farting noise every time you slam into your enemies? These unusual twists on core elements of science fiction are what makes Borderlands brimming with originality and ultimately so fun to play. At the halfway mark, at number 3, it is Planet Earth as seen in the Deus Ex series. Depending on where you start in the series, this game is either set 1 or 3 decades from now, in a world where technology on Earth has advanced much faster than its real life counterpart, so much so that advanced human cybernetic augmentation is commonplace. Due to the chronology of the series and the order in which these games were released, the plot and the accompanying setting of the Deus Ex series is much too complicated to simply describe in a few words. But what I can say is that this world can be seen as an interesting look on many of the problems humans face today, along with a strong mix of science fiction to make it more interesting. This is a realistic sci-fi world because it is very believable. For example, many of the villainous groups that we see throughout the story are based on real-life conspiracy theories. Just missing the top spot at number 2, it is the Halo universe, as seen in, you guessed it, the Halo series. Set in the 26th century, the Halo universe depicts a time where man has colonised the galaxy and various factions, political groups and alien species exist. Human technology has advanced enough to allow for deep space travel, and genetically modified super soldiers called Spartans are at the forefront of Earth's intergalactic military force, the UNSC. What makes the world of Halo so good is that the sense of age and mystery it has. In Halo's portrayal of the universe, ancient beings known as the Precursors created humanity. They also created ancient planet-sized weapons called the Halo Rings for the sole purpose of eradicating their worst creation, the Flood, a parasitic lifeform capable of wiping out entire civilizations. The Halo games will take you on an epic adventure. With every new location you visit, a sense of wonder is created, and the cleverly designed levels make the combat shine. During this adventure you start to realise just how small humanity's mark on the galaxy really is. Finally, at the pinnacle of science fiction gaming worlds, we have the Milky Way galaxy, as seen in Mass Effect. BioWare's most popular series to date, Mass Effect is set in a not so distant future where humans have found evidence of a long-dead civilization on Mars, and the leap in technology caused by this discovery has resulted with humans having the ability of interstellar travel, and therefore the discovery of intelligent life outside of our solar system. You take on the role of Commander Shepard, and over the next 3 games you will explore a multitude of different planets, speak to thousands of different people and aliens alike, all while trying to save our Milky Way galaxy from its impending doom. As you do this, you will become more and more attached to the people you meet, especially your crewmates. The Mass Effect games build lore like no other in the sci-fi genre, and possibly beyond. Each game has an incredibly detailed but completely optional codex, similar to an online wiki, that can provide you with hours worth of reading material about the incredibly rich and detailed universe that BioWare has made. While it may not be the most original world on this list, it certainly is the most thrilling and most enjoyable world to experience, and to be an active part of as you influence the outcome of our galaxy. That was Digital Pinnacle's top 5 countdown of the best sci-fi worlds in gaming. Don't forget to let us know what your favourite sci-fi worlds are by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and check out more videos by visiting our channel. Thanks for watching.